How's it going, creeps? My name is Drucifer, and welcome to Cinema Creep. Here at Cinema Creep, we talk about all things vile, disgusting, and downright terrifying in the world of horror cinema. And today is no exception. We are going to be talking about another horror movie trailer. So this segment is going to be called Trailer Trash. Here in these Trailer Trash episodes, we talk about horror movie trailers. If you are interested in our podcast or our video podcast, you can follow this link up here to our podcasting YouTube. On this channel, we will not only be talking about films in full, and we will also be talking about horror movie trailers. So, has it been 23 years already? Because every 23 years, the Creeper comes back. And if you guys are sort of keeping up with the theme, right here on this TV, I normally try to play something similar to the movie or the trailer that we're talking about in this segment. I was going to play Jeepers Creepers here on this, but I went to slide my VHS out of its sleeve and found that there was mold all in the cassette itself. And if you know anything about anything, then you know that you do not put a VHS tape with mold in your VCR. So we are watching Fright Night, which is one of my favorite vampire films. But that is not what we're here to talk about. We are here to talk about Jeepers Creepers 4, or as they're calling it, Jeepers Creepers Reborn. So, I'm a huge Jeepers Creepers fan. I drive around with that stupid license plate on the front of my SUV. We even got to see the real Jeepers Creepers truck here at a local haunted house last year, and just have always really enjoyed the movies. Now, with that, we're going to have to talk about the elephant in the room. Now, Jeepers Creepers over the last few years had got canceled, and I wasn't really sure why. I didn't really pay it close attention because I was off, discovering more interesting horror films and caught up doing a bunch of other things. I didn't really research it too much. But in the last couple months, I looked it up, and it was pretty disturbing. And I will say that, I don't want to delve too far into that, but I will say that the creators of Jeepers Creepers Reborn, the film we're going to be talking about today, has assured everybody that the old creator is not going to benefit and has nothing to do with this new film in any way, shape, or form. So that is a big plus. We can watch this one feeling guilt-free, and hopefully that will help us revitalize the franchise and put the Creeper back in his iconic status where he should be. So, Jeepers Creepers 4 is a film that sort of snuck up on me. I wasn't really paying any attention to it. I did read that it was supposed to come out last winter, but complications arose, and now it is finally in a completed post-production type of status. So let's talk about the synopsis before we watch the trailer. So the synopsis is, forced to travel with her boyfriend Lane, she begins to experience premonitions associated with the urban myth of the Creeper. Lane believes that something supernatural has been summoned and that she is at the center of it all. So the director is Timo Voronsola. I know I'm butchering this guy's name, but he has done Iron Sky, The Coming Race, and Star Wreck in the Perkening. So he's done some sort of like B-movie stuff and some like I guess comedy horror stuff in the past. So I mean, he has some stuff under his belt, and let's look at where this was filmed. So this was filmed in Louisiana, Texas, Finland, and the United Kingdom, and it's being produced by Black Hanger Studios and Orwo Studios. So I know nothing about either one of those companies. I'm sure they're rad. Can't really say, but enough of this shit. Let's go ahead and let's get into the trailer. Every 23 years.
You ever heard of the Creeper?
A local legend, right?
The Creeper comes back every 23 years.
So I will say it kind of looks like they're using the same house, which is awesome.
Then what?
Same truck. So them using the same truck is a big deal to me. I'm glad that they're not changing that up at all, because that is sort of like putting Michael Myers in a different outfit, right? It just wouldn't work.
Can't believe I let you drag me to this.
This is the Coachella of cosplay.
Was that Pennywise?
It's time for our Creeper Draw! Our grand prize is...
So it's time for their Creeper Draw. So I wonder if this is one of those films, like if you've ever watched The Town That Dreaded Sundown, sort of like a meta version of the villain or the film itself. So are they aware in this town that the Creeper exists? And they're having some sort of like Creeper festival? That would be a sick take.
An escape room for two. Creeper theme.
Come on, you two. Are you sure this is where we're supposed to be?
We'll be out there in no time.
Apparently they're in a Creeper's house, so...
What the hell is that?
It's coming. It's a trap. Let's go!
There's no way out.
Come on!
Those CGI birds looked freaking terrible there. I really hope they don't destroy this movie with bad CGI.
It's coming. It's coming.
Special 3-night fan event, September 19th, 20th, and 21st, only in theaters. So the fun part about that is my wife's birthday is the 19th, mine is the 20th, and our anniversary is the 21st. So maybe that's what we'll do for our birthdays and our anniversaries, is we'll try and see if we can't get be part of this fan event. That would be rad. So I will say that trailer was too long. I think it showed too much of the movie. I'm not a fan of those type of trailers that are like more than a minute and a half. I think it kind of shows all the major, you know, action sequences of the film, or a lot of like the jump scares and stuff like that. Not a big fan of trailers like that. The film looks gnarly. Like, I'm excited to see it. I'm not sure. Apparently it'll have a theatrical release, hopefully in smaller towns. I live in a smaller town, so hopefully there will be a theater near me somewhere playing it and doing the 3-day event, because I would love to take part in that. Now, the actors and actresses didn't look like they did a bad job. Like I said, I just hope that the CGI doesn't ruin the film. Being, you know, a child of the 80s, I'm more into practical effects, and even with newer stuff like The Mandalorian and stuff, using like Unreal Engine and the LED walls instead of green screens and practical effects, I'm just not a huge fan of that. So I hope they don't do too much of that and they kind of stick to practicals. Also hope they don't humanize the Creeper too much by showing like his house and stuff like that. I really liked him just being like a mystery or like a mysterious figure, sort of like a cryptid or something like that. But beyond that, I think it looks gnarly, and I'm definitely going to go see it. So let me know down in the comments, guys, whether you think this movie's going to be rad or you think it's going to be bad, because I know there's going to be a lot of people on the fence about it. But I'm pretty stoked to see it, and I'm glad that we are sort of hopefully going to revitalize that franchise, and it's in new hands that are going to hopefully do something right with it now. I will say I wish they wouldn't have called it. It makes sense why they called it Jeepers Creepers Reborn for a couple different reasons, but I think maybe they could have gave it a cooler name. That's kind of cheesy in my opinion. As always, my name is Drucifer. You guys stay creepy.